You know what we're doing today? We're going to do retinol because we've discussed retinol over the years so much. And I have used retinol since I was 16, 26, 36, 46, 56. Oh my God, 41 years. Now, you all ask me which retinols I love. I have so many. They're in stuffed cases here. And we're going to do a big, deep dive. But, oh my God. And we're going to see our friend again. We're going to see our friend again. Why didn't I just think that at the beginning? Why was I faffing? Really, here I am without the camera. Isn't that clever? Oh, there she is. She's not even. No, don't hide. Don't hide. I need to talk to you about retinol today.
Oh, again?
Oh, again. All right, can we?
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
All right.
I'm going to try. I'm taking her violin. Here we are. I'm going to show you the journey I went on because they're all here. When I was on a budget, I did retinol resurface from an Indeed lab. Okay, what we want to discuss today is retinoid, retinoate, retinol palmitate.
How to navigate. So it's super complicated. Now, the thing is, the companies, a lot of the beauty companies have not made it easy. They've made it really complicated.
Well, they
with
want
all
it
the
to
marketing,
sound
more technical and so on, and it is very complicated. Can I
yeah.
explain
Yeah.
a little
Okay.
bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
oh, we're going to do some maths.
all of these are in the what we call the retinoid family. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a family. So retinoids
Are
are
those
all
vitamin A
So
derivatives?
these are all vitamin A. Okay.
Okay.
So there's so many different types. So what you would get on prescription is your retinoic acid.
Yeah.
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 Or as they call it also tretinoin and
Put tretinoin in there.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Retinoic acid,
Yeah.
okay, was discovered in the treatment of acne, yeah?
Yeah.
So it is one of the first ever kind of skin anti-aging ingredients ever discovered,
yeah.
and there's nothing that beats it, right? All the companies have tried to do is develop versions of that are suitable for cosmetics because it is a drug.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the drug. It is the gold standard. However, it's super irritating. Yeah. So imagine it's unstable to light and air, so it's really difficult to
Just have it in its
formulate.
natural form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But it also is, because it's speeding up your cell renewal, it's actually going to cause a bit of irritation when it does that because it's trying to get everything moving.
All right. So these originals will generally, nobody can use these and not have a tiny bit of your skin being irritated.
Yeah, you'll go through, your skin
that
takes a
phase.
bit of time to normalise, and that's normally about 4 weeks.
Yeah, and you'll get that kind of
the
like
dryness,
the
redness,
and
irritation, and
a
so
lot
on.
of people get fed up and don't continue it through.
But if you've got something like really bad acne, the side effect of dryness and redness is maybe less than the damaging effects of the acne on your self-esteem and your confidence and everything.
Agree.
So I think that's good.
Yeah.
For a traditional anti-aging,
Yeah.
I would not be going down this road. Yeah,
I know. I agree with you on that because I think a lot of people do because they think it's stronger.
If you're treating acne, you use retinoic acid when you have got the acne flare up.
Yeah.
You don't use it forever and ever and ever because ultimately it's too strong and it is going to damage your barrier over time. So your skin eventually is going to say, I've had enough. Yeah?
Okay. So then what did the cosmetics industry do with that amazing ingredient?
Okay.
What are the different things they made?
So let's start with a retinol. O-L, retinol. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is like the one you have here.
That's a retinol.
So what happens is it goes and gets converted into retinoic acid when it's applied on the skin.
Twice.
Okay?
It has to convert
so
twice.
it has to convert twice.
Yeah.
So it actually goes from retinol to a retinol, AL.
Yeah.
And then it will go into the retinoic acid.
Oh my God, I love the way you did. That's like the first time ever I've got that.
Really?
2 little lovely breasts as well. It depends how you look at this image.
The thing is, you've got a version before that, which is actually retin. So you're always looking for retin, and they're all in the oid family.
Al,
the ol, and then this one is the ill.
Ill. Okay, I didn't remember
so
ill.
The reality is, these two are really, really strong. Yeah. So it gets converted once, converted twice in, but it actually has quite a high irritation. Yeah.
All right.
So this is very unstable. So
Yeah.
it can oxidize. So that means break down on the surface of the skin to light and air.
Yeah.
And it can cause redness and irritation. You know, when you say don't apply, or I tell you, don't always apply retinols to your neck, and you wonder why. It's because you can actually leave some of the retinol on the surface, and it can get caught in, like, you know, the creases and so on. And then when you have the light and air is exposed to it, it starts to break down and cause irritation.
I mean, it's like light bulb moments every 3 seconds with Claire, but that's a really good point because many people have neck creases and they might not really stretch the skin and put it in.
Yeah, that's why people also say around the nose and the mouth is because of the creases that it can not fully absorb in, and it will always cause irritation.
Great. Good.
Whereas a retinol it is a more efficacious, so higher performing, because it only has one conversion step. I would even say low to medium irritation, because it actually doesn't get activated on the surface of the skin. It waits till it's inside of the skin.
So can I just do like it's do that little thing? I don't know why, but that makes me feel okay. It's going underground quicker. I like
going underground quicker.
Going underground quicker.
Whereas any guys here, so these are probably low irritation, but also they've got 3 steps to go.
Yeah.
And this is anything in this group, you might find a retinol palmitate.
Yeah. Is it using palm oil? I mean, why is it palmitate?
It is a derivative that is essentially has got some palm oil in it. It's just a very weakened form of retinol. Okay. It's got 3 steps to go. Great for sensitive skin, but actually it's not really doing a lot. I think this is generally in formulas to do something else than actually help you with anti-aging.
Right, fine. Okay.
We have retinoic acid. Has a little sister, so works in a very similar way. And then we have hydroxypinocolone retinoate. Okay. So what I'm going to teach you is the 08 bit. So you got al, ol, il, and then 08. Okay. So these are fantastic. Yeah.
Why?
They're retinoid and they're actually high efficacy and very low irritation.
So why doesn't everyone use them?
Because they're new innovations that are coming out right now.
Are they
people
expensive?
Are using. They are actually more expensive.
It's really interesting to know, looking on the back, in that very expensive product or not. I'm not taking this one because I know this is a really nice product. You know, you look and you think, oh, that has a really, you know, how is that working?
That is also a retinol, retinoate, So this is super expensive, but they're great efficacy, low irritation. So they're really nice new technologies that come. But as you say, I would give this a 4+, 4 pound signs. I'd give these a 3 pound signs. This a 2 and this a 1.
And the
it's
palmitate?
cheap, cheerful. Yeah, they're all 1s. These are like cheap, cheerful, not doing a lot for anti-aging, or for acne.
And the conversation we have with the Trinny tribers and everyone who follows me is, they're like, I tried it once, it didn't work. And they're saying, I've tried that, you know, and then there's this. So when you say you've tried that, what have you actually tried? Okay.
One more thing to learn. The safe level for any of these retinoids is 0.3%.
Is that the maximum you can do before it becomes a prescription?
It's not the maximum right now. There's no limits. There's just safe guidelines. However, we do believe in Europe and the UK, they're going to adopt these guidelines in the future. Okay. So above this, you're going to get a lot of irritation. However, it's really hard to navigate, because this is where I think companies need to be more responsible, because they give you, some of them claim 2%, and you're like, well, how is it 2%?
Because it's already diluted.
It's a diluted form of a different active. So I'm going to help you. We're going to pull them out and we're going to navigate and see how that works. So
the first one is the retinol resurface, all right? And this is retinol, it's calling itself.
You're not going to get it on the top 4 ingredients, because we know the percentage is quite low.
It's nowhere here.
So you need to look for other words if it doesn't have a percentage. So I would say this is a retinol, and because they're not claiming high strength, I would say it's probably on the lower end.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Then I'm going to go to retinoate.
It's a retinol 08, so it's super great, and it also has a combination of that one has a retinol in it. So this one is super high powered, and it's quite expensive, I believe.
This is like the most expensive retinol I've ever used. It's like 200, I think.
Yeah, but that's why it's in this innovation bucket here. I'm sure it does work really well.
A Passion retinol cream.
Yeah. So you're putting it in the retinol.
1% retinol. 1%.
So this is actually a very strong cream, and I think in the future you might not find it on the market.
All right, fine. Then I'm going to take you through to retinol 0.5%.
Yeah. So again, super strong. So if you've got sensitive skin, I would not be going down the retinol route. I would go down something like the retinols, or if you can afford it, go down here with the retinoates. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to put that there in very strong.
So what you'll find is a lot of brands, because everyone knows the irritation's high. Yeah. They try to formulate and put soothing things in. Yeah.
To counteract the irritation.
Their irritation. So you're doing good and doing bad at the exact same time.
All right. This is an interesting one. Sunday Riley. We love Sunday Riley. Yeah. High dose retinol A+. Yes. But it says 6.5%, but then it goes retinoid blend CoQ10 and honey.
Okay, I think this particular one is in this
but it's 5% retinoid. That's really high, isn't it? So, because what's 5% mean here when that was 0.5% and it's stronger?
Well, this is where I think it's the irresponsibility. So this has actually got only 1/10 the strength. So 1% is actually equal to 0.1.
So this is 0.1 in that sort of...
So at 5%, it's 0.5%, which is the 5%.
Great. Okay.
So it's still strong.
Still strong. If you live in the UK, 1.5% retinol complex.
You've got to look at the language.
Yeah.
Exactly.
1.5%, you think, oh my God, 0.3, shouldn't get it. 0.3% pure retinol.
So 0.3 pure retinol. So it's the nice high strength, and then they've combined it with other ingredients to also help to soothe the skin, because they know it's causing irritation, and now they're trying to soothe the skin.
Fine, so that's there.
So that is actually in this row. That's the strength.
Aven.
Yes.
And Aven is for sensitive skin.
Yeah.
Very bottom, retinol.
So it's in the retinol bucket. And we can't tell because sensitive skin is probably going to be in a lower level. Yeah. Okay, so it's in here.
Okay, great. I don't want to even name this company, but I want to have a proper discussion with you about your honest feeling about putting things in capsules, and how strong they can actually be, because they're very convenient.
Honestly, I think given that we can only use 0.3, I think they are a nice delivery system, because they also keep it stable from light and air. So as soon as you break it, you can apply it to your skin. It's going to be oil based.
Do they have to be
soluble anyway?
Quite oily to go in here? More oily than normal in these capsules?
No, it just depends on the formulation. Okay, there's a lot of silicones in something like this.
Okay, retinol, ceramide capsules.
The reality is, are they putting it in at the 0.3? It's obviously, until you're inside the brand, you don't know. But I would say most of them will not put it in.
Yeah, I think that's not too strong.
The strong retinols, retinoids, you shouldn't use every day.
Yeah.
I think you need to...
every few days.
Yeah, just monitor how much, because they're very, very strong for your skin. As I say, you can damage your barrier if you go too high. So your skin has to really adapt to it. A retinol is high irritation. I've got slightly sensitive skin, so I don't go there. I actually like to pick an retinol, because it's safer, or I like to pick a combination here. And then I don't go high strength personally. Now, if the brand isn't telling you the percentage, you need to look at the words. So
Glossier, Universal Pro Retinol Nightly Renewing Complex, Retinol YL,
Sunflower Seed
8.
It's in this bucket.
Teresa Tomei. Now I know, I just got to say, I mean, this is like, she's a friend of mine, but I do know that she's like, it's her baby retinol. And this is actually 0.3%, and it's a retinol gel.
So where are you going to put that?
So, okay, you're going to test me now. So I would say that's going to be 0.3 here.
Yes.
It's a retinol.
Yes.
So it's going to go here. And if I was choosing between 1.5% number 7 and this 0.3%, that really is that 1.5 or 0.15?
No, these are both 0.3% of the retinol. Then they've combined it with their matrixyl and so on.
So it's the same as this.
Yes.
But this is a gel and that's a cream. So I'd say if your skin is oilier, that could be brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
And really wanting to clear your skin, I think it would be fantastic. Now, we talk a lot about if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding and whether you should use retinol. Now, lots of people have contrasting opinions on this. There is that sense, because I know when I used Accutane, which is a supplement of vitamin A, you have to be on the pill. All right, but this is actually topical application. It's not going in your bloodstream. But what are your thoughts? Because there are things like bacterial. So bacterial is from...
It's like a plant. It's like from Chinese medicine. I think this is about marketing at the same time.
That's fine, but tell us.
It's a natural plant extract that has the same effect. So what they've shown is that it'll help fine lines and wrinkles. It's not a retinol. They just say it acts like a retinol, but actually doesn't have the same mode of action either. So personally, I think it's a marketing trend that will come and go. But if you're pregnant, I think it's quite good. I think there's a lot of good science and bad science out there. I think err on the edge of safety, and if you're pregnant, there is evidence to show that retinoids, the whole family, can cause birth defects. So I think we should always be more cautious. Why take a risk?
I think it's good to say that. All right.
The Julia Hunter.
I use this combination for years.
So it is a combination, and this is where it gets more complicated. Combination between a retinol and a retinol.
Okay.
So in essence, it's probably like strength-wise quite strong. because it's actually using probably the best of both. And then she's got other things there to help kind of soothe and calm the skin.
So just to sum up, if you want to get a retinol, it is brilliant, and it can be brilliant for skin issues like acne, and then I think going through Skinemy and Dermatica, those kind of professional strength ones, or tretinoin from your doctor, great. But if you're looking at it for fine lines and wrinkles and skin regeneration from within as opposed to resurfacing from outside in kind of thing, then you can look in many different directions. I would say don't look down by the palmitates if you want them actually, if you want to spend your money and not piss it down the toilet. All this, it looks like you've got to just navigate carefully and think, how sensitive is your skin? And really think about how strong do you want to go? And don't always think, oh, it's strong. Stronger it is, the better it will work. Because so many women go down that journey, have a terrible time with retinol, and then never do it again.
Off for life. Yeah. You have to listen to your skin, Trinny. And if it goes red, if it goes dry, you need to decide, like that phase generally, and especially with the retinols, lasts you a couple of weeks. Beyond that, if you're having it, it probably is too strong for your skin.
Okay.
Yeah? So, but I think the Retinols is definitely good for you. The Retinoids, I think, is really good for sensitive skin, and it's nice. It's more expensive though, and this guy is where everyone's playing, and that's where it has been traditionally for years. And I just think it's got a lot of irritation to it, so you've got to really have a robust, tough skin to deal with it.
And can I just say, everyone will ask, where's your nail polish from?
My local salon.
It's lovely. And also, your eyes are Chariot?
My eyes are Chariot,
your eyes are
my
Chariot. Just in
shade.
case, because people always ask, Claire, they're getting to know you now. As usual, thank you so much for letting us interrupt your day. Thank you, darling. It's complicated, but you make it a little bit clearer.
Yeah,
and that's what we come to you for. So I will be maybe coming to you again quite soon on something else I'm compiling.
Okay,
but
we'll give me a little bit of a warning.
I'll give you a little bit of warning. All right, bye.
Cool, bye.
Bye. This was just great. I mean, I learned so much every time. The way that Claire described it there about how it converts twice or 3 times, which are the ones that are so far down the end of the table, literally, don't waste your money. I don't want to name any bad names. You know, I'm just saying, be aware, get educated, and understand these things which are quite strong and the effect they can have on your skin, because when you get the right ones, they're phenomenal. And I think they are still one of the best things within skincare that you can use in your routine. Until next week, bye.